Where you're from, who you are, what you do at Norwich.
I'm Jack Abare. I graduated from Norwich University in 1957, which was a few years back. Originally from Lynn, Massachusetts. Spent 4 years at Norwich. Enjoyed all 4 years, believe it or not. Well, I didn't know too many people before I got to Norwich, but it became a family. And when I went home for Thanksgiving vacation, we even had to take a few days from Thanksgiving vacation to be together. The Rook buddies that lived in the area. What was my Rook experience? Well, I wasn't the best student in the world, but it was the greatest. I really enjoyed everything about being a Rook. Well, it's very easy to give back to Norwich because Norwich has done so much for us. When you say it's done so much for us, I joined the Norwich family, of course, after I graduated, and I've been very successful in business, and I attribute that to Norwich and all the good people that I've met there and all the nice things they've all done for me and the family. So how could you not give back? This is our 34th year. 34 years having Rook dining out. I think every Norwich military student has come to my house for a cookout. And whenever I meet any of those people, they all tell me how successful that was and how nice it was, and they try doing the same thing.
Your advice about never giving up, never quitting. What's your advice to give them?
No, we don't use that word. Quitting isn't in the vocabulary. You don't quit. If you decide you like it, why join in the first place? How can you decide to go to Norwich, spend all the time and effort, and then 2 days later decide you want to quit? You haven't even made a decision yet. You got to have a screw loose if you're going to quit that quick.
Why should the alumni be as involved as you were?
If we can give back to the younger ones, they're going to follow through and do well. When Russ Todd mentioned to me about Rooks quitting, there was a few too many we thought were quitting. And of course we need the students. So Russ Todd asked me about having a little picnic for some of those kids that might want to quit. Well, first couple of years, we would invite about 20, 30 people who had the attitude, I'm out of here. Well, we saved a few of those kids and realized for the amount of money that we're spending to keep them, it was well worth the effort. So
And that became known as your cookout.
right, so that's where the Rook dining out thing started. This Rook came up to the house and he was going to quit school. He decided that he would come to the Rook dining out, but tomorrow he decided he was going to quit school the next day. So my wife says to him, well, why do you want to quit school? And he said, well, he says, I have trouble ironing my clothes and everybody picks on me. And he said, I just don't like it and I'm quitting. And she said, well, come with me. So she brought him into the other room, put out the ironing board, and taught Mike Rizzuto how to iron his clothes. And the next day, he must have thought about it because he didn't quit school the next day. And guess what? He stayed for 4 years, and now guess what? He's a vice president of Sony Electric in California. And he told me, and he told my wife, that the reason why he stayed was because she taught him how to press his clothes. Now, I always thought that was a tearjerker, and every time I think of it, I get tears. So, there's a guy I think of often, like as you know.
I have the company I have today because of when I met Jack here that day. It's changed my entire life and everything I've done ever since. And so coming back here today is definitely a memory to come to remember.
Norwich is one of the best schools in the country. My son went to school here. He loved it up here, and they do a hell of a job educating these kids who defend our country.
Our son Jesse was a graduate in class of 2016, and we've been coming to the Abare picnic since 2012. We came up as platoon parents to see our son, and we've been volunteering ever since.
I jump here at the event, so I always look forward to jumping, and I look forward to coming here, seeing the freshmen, seeing what they're doing, see how they look. It's an amazing program put on by Jack.
This has been a blessing for all the kids to get off campus, and we really appreciate what Jack has done for thousands of kids that have come before ours.
Jack Abare is not just a good man. Jack Abare is a great man. He's done so much for this school. Proud to know him.
He's the epitome of selflessness, generosity, kindness, and just the love of Norwich is just embodied within him.
For the 34 years they've been doing it, we've been here 15 years and we've enjoyed every year we've come here.
It's good to see all the looks and everything, bonding with their platoon and just having fun, like just being normal college students who want,
Here we are celebrating 200 years of Norwich University, and you're the man that has made it happen, or certainly made a big contribution all these years. God bless you and love you.
Thank you, Jack. You've been amazing, and I love you. Thank you.
We love you, Jack!
If you think it's tough at Norwich, wait till later, because it's going to get tougher. If you can't make it at Norwich, then you're not going to make it anywhere.
That's a good one.
Uh,
I like that.